So, hi everyone, my name is N.C.Arda, and today I'm going to be interviewing Mae Renfroe, and we're going to be finding out about her and her ministry and what she's doing. So, we'll introduce each other first here, yeah, her name. So we'll ask a question about you, how many children you have and stuff, and how many children do you have?
Well, when you get as many as I do, sometimes but yes, we actually have 8 children so far. 7 here and 1 in heaven. This is our youngest. That's right. Our oldest, and several in between. So we will meet some of them behind. Especially the 2 little girls behind the camera. We'll meet them here soon. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna meet the girls behind the camera that's doing the videoing and for us. All right, who wants to go first?
I don't know. Me.
All right.
My name is Mae Renfroe. Mine is S.K.R. S.K.R. Sarah Cameron Pro.
Where'd it go? Okay. Also, we will kind of see the camera. I mean the library bit that we're in. We're in our little library. Oops, it's a little dark here. So we were just really thankful for this space that God has given us to use as a library, obviously, and also any other things that He has for us, like recording and maybe even Bible studies or something one day in here. Never know, whatever the Lord has for us. All right.
Ready, roll.
So, you've always wanted to be in the ministry?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I didn't ever see how I could be in the ministry though, because especially I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I am a quiet person by nature, and that was for somebody else, right? All these other, I don't know, especially trained people are doing that, and that's not for ordinary people like me. So I always felt anyway. So it's kind of a far off dream. Would like to, but no, I can't. No, I'm not able to do that.
So you see yourself in the ministry now? What are some things that you've been doing recently? What are some things that you have done? And yeah, what are some things that you do?
Well, yes, I definitely see myself in the ministry now. I guess foremost is my children, the 8 children that God has given us, and just pouring in to them God each day, and just really wanting to see, you guys all just
ministry.
It is, and it's a full-time job, and I think sometimes we don't realize the impact that is, the whole responsibility of that. So that is my foremost ministry right there. And then I started a blog several years ago because I really wanted to be, like I said, like in the ministry. So I was trying to figure out, well, how would I do that? So ladies Bible studies, like, oh, that would be neat. And then how would I do that? So I didn't know, so I just started the blog, and started since 2008, and then through that now I've written 1 book from the blog post from that, and I'm working on volume 2, and then a couple other books, a mothering book and the book on Psalms that should be really inspirational and for people. So I feel like that's the thing, and just continuing my blog and my writings on there. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So this last year you've lost a son. How are some ways this affected you, and what are some things you're doing because of it?
Wow, it's really affected me. I mean,
What do you,
it's hard to really just get it in a nutshell, but I'd have to say it really took me off guard. But I didn't see this coming, but God prepared me in ways that what I never knew. He was preparing behind the scenes, right? Because things that we don't see coming, He sees coming, and He's planning us and preparing us. And I know I was really strong in Him, and I'm growing more, so I was really strong in Him. That's probably what really helped me but it was really sudden. You know, when life is completely strong and healthy and full of life and going about life and then just like this. He wanted to take a ride over on the quad over to a dugout and go see some ducks. So he said, Mom, I'm going to go over to the dugout. And I'm like, okay, good, go. I was so excited he had found something to do. And then the amount of time it took him to get over there, probably 10 to 15 minutes, and he was gone. Of course, we didn't find out until a few hours later, so and then our life has just changed, and it was really, really, really hard. And this amount of time now, it's been 6 or 7 months, because that was in April, has healed a lot, and the Lord has helped me. I have my down days, and then I have my up days, because God gives me the strength.
Do you have anything you'd like to share?
It continues.
Yeah, with other people who've lost loved ones and stuff?
Well, just that my heart goes out. Simply, I want to be an encouragement to others, and just I think we can share and glean from each other what has helped us, and just to remain strong, because we're going to have our hard days. So yeah, I'd like to be definitely encouragement, and and to anyone else, just really take one day at a time. We don't know how much time God's going to give us, or give our children, and pour into them each and every day, and don't put off. Pour into them God each and every day, and don't put off for the next day what you want to say. There's things that you're holding. Been little arguments or things that really don't let the day pass.
So you've dedicated this library to Clayton?
Yes, I have. I'm really excited about that. Here's the plaque I've made. And it says, this library is dedicated and built in the loving memory of our son, Clayton Renfroe, June 14th, 2002 to April 19th, 2007. His life was a blessing and his memory a treasure. He is missed beyond words and loved beyond measure. He was with us for a short time, with God forever. And it was really neat. He had been telling me that he wanted to help me build another library building, or get another library building, because we were in just a portable little building. It wasn't winterized, and he knew I was really wanting another library building. So he wanted a quad. So he had told me, Mom, if you help me get a racing quad, I'll help you get a library building. And he was looking on Kijiji and these different sites to find a quad, and so he was looking for a building too. And he was doing this just the day before, probably day of his accident. So that's what's really special. So to me, it's just the right thing to do this, and it really means a lot to me.
And you're planning a ladies' retreat for?
Then for ladies that have experienced loss too, just to be a blessing to them. And of course, we have a speaker coming in that should really have a good message to speak encouragement, inspiration for us, for all of us, and that'll be good. But just getting together and encouraging each other, and yeah, just because I want to be a blessing and encouragement to them. I really think what a difficult thing.
Yeah, it's amazing that what's inspired because of one person's death. You know, so you do all these different things you're doing.
Because of that. Isn't that wonderful to see? And it reminds me of the prayer that I had just immediately after his death. This prayer came to me, and if there's anyone that knows us, Lord, that doesn't know you, may this be the moment that they would come to you. And I felt like God was giving life from his death. Isn't that beautiful?
You're wanting to write a track?
I'm also wanting to write a track. So I'll have to present the gospel message, and it'll be because kind of share the story of our loss of you because of him that we want to do this, and then we can pass it out wherever we go and pass out this track. I think I also have a couple verses I wanted to read from the hope that we have in Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yes, it says, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus Christ will God bring with him. Isn't that beautiful? So if you love the Lord, and this earth is just temporary, but we're going to go home forever, and that's where he is right now, and his forever home. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Wow. And that's where he is, and that's where we'll get to go one day too.
Who are some people that have inspired you in your life?
Wow. Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Yeah. I think Well, Nancy Campbell, for one, the author and founder of Above Ruby's ministry, through her magazines and her website and retreats that I've been to of hers, has really inspired me because she's really into families and really into the role of motherhood. And she says that the role of motherhood is the greatest role that you can have, and that you're not just going about doing these mundane things and cooking meals and just we're building up the nation through our children.
The nation builders.
And so for her and I would have to say my mom too. I'd be right to say not my mom.
Yeah,
she's the one that gave me the foundation and taught me about God and raised me to love the Lord and to serve the Lord, and has been a great example to me and still an encouragement to me. And then there's a few other people. These books right here. So I'll start with Jen. Her story, that her family was in this terrible car wreck, and they all suffered injuries, and technically they shouldn't have been alive, but they were, and she suffered brain injuries, and now she's got this huge ministry because of it, or through it, and where she's just a fireball for the Lord, and witnessing for him and taking every opportunity. And so she really inspires me because she went through so much, and she really turned to the Lord. So for her, and then Johnny and Erica Tana, then she also was in like a serious a diving accident and became a quadriplegic. But she turned that into the Lord, and she has a huge ministry through that, reaching out to other disabled people. And you could say that you could messed up her life or whatever, but it enriched it and made it, because of her, that she has inspired so many people. And then Nick Beachy, born without arms and without legs, and he says, no arms, no legs, no worries. Now I think if we didn't have no arms and no legs, we'd be a little worried, but he's not, and he has a huge ministry because of it, or through it as well. And he didn't let that stop him, and as his book says, unstoppable. He didn't let that hold him back. And I'm just thinking, he can do all that without arms and legs. And then these others, from being quadriplegic, actually, and with a severe brain injury, then what about us that are all whole? We have, all our limbs are working fine, and our brain, and how much more should we use that for the Lord? And so that's really inspired me.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Well, yeah. Just that I love actually how God can use ordinary people like us, or like just simple ordinary people that make themselves available to God for His use, and that's all it did. It was just made themselves usable. Just was willing to do that, willing to put themselves out, willing to share their stories and their testimonies. And we can be used if we give our all and make ourselves a willing vessel for His use, that He can use us and do great things through us. And that's what I'm believing and trusting, that God's going to do great things, and through us specifically, through us. It's because we're going to make ourselves available to Him, and we're not going to say, oh, I can't do that, or whatever. Maybe even like speaking or something. I would like to hopefully, be really involved in the ministry, not just in my own home, through my website, through my blog, through my books, but to actually speak like some of these are. These are great speakers, and they're speaking. Well, I would like to do that too if the Lord wants that. And I'm not going to say, oh no, I can't speak. But just, Lord, if that's what you want from me, I'm going to do it. And anyone, I think, can do that. He can use any of us. So that's what I'm going to say about. So. I guess that all sums it up, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
Okay, well now I would like to ask my son here some questions. So we're kind of turning it around. I'm interviewing him, and because he's got a lot that he's doing and involved in. And so, and you're in the ministry. So what kind of things have you been doing?
What kind of things I wrote in over 10 books and started 2 website ministry kind of SunShine. SunShine Photography Ministry is my biggest one. I do lots of different things. I take photos. I have a blog, SunShine Inspiration blog. I write on lots of different inspiring things. I'm putting different videos on YouTube. I've got over 20 now on YouTube, and I like something that I've done recently to my website is I've kind of categorized the different resources that I'm making. You know, I have resources to help people with prayer, Bible study resources.
It's handy for someone to come to it.
Yeah, I have parenting resources for kids. I've just recently wrote my first children's book, and I'm working on a kids series, and just all sorts of amazing resources, and lots of different things. Yeah, I am doing there.
Yeah, that's really exciting to see what the Lord's been doing through you. I know you use every spare minute you're on the computer, so you're trying to do this. Oh, that's good. And so, like, since you lost your brother, what is you're doing in?
I wrote a book called SunShine from Death, and I have a page on my website titled SunShine from Death Resources to Help Those Who've Lost Loved Ones. I'd really like to develop that area and have more resources for those who've lost loved ones, and I would like to maybe later in the future have big community to help people. I just really want to develop that area of my ministry. Help those who've lost loved ones, because it's really a devastating thing. I don't know how much that word, but it really does.
Interesting.
And I want to really work in the area of my
site. It can be really hard because
there.
it really affects families. What we've heard since that families can be broke up from it because the moms and dads blame each other for things surrounding the death or whatever, and a lot of broken homes. All the support we can get. Well, that's really nice to see. So what else do you have in the works?
What else I would like to do lots of other different things in my future. I would love to be a speaker when I grow up, and lots of other things that I'd like to do. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this interview. It was fun. It was fun to make. It was really fun to do that with my son, and then with the little girls behind the camera too. They had a good time. So just to kind of sum it up, I'm really excited what God's been doing in our lives, drawing us from the inside of things that maybe people really can't see. He's just building us up, and what He's going to do through us, through our loss, and just in our lives. If we make ourselves available to Him, because I love what God can do through ordinary people and simple people like us. In the Bible college or all these things, but it doesn't matter. And you make yourself available and you're a voice for God, that He'll use you to do great and mighty things for Him. And I especially like what Jen has always said. Why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary for the Lord? I want to be extraordinary. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed watching and that this has been a blessing to you.
That's so funny, guys. Oh, please, so silly. What are you going to show the books, Mama?
Am I being recorded?
Yeah, you are.
Stop it! So, who are some people that have affected you in your life?
Or inspired. Maybe it's a better word. Inspired and helped me in my journey or my spiritual life. Especially my parenting journey, I'd have to say Nancy Campbell. Through her magazine, The Above Rubies, and the stories she shares in there, encouraging mothers to keep going. She calls it the highest calling you can be in, something like that, and the most noblest. And that's really encouraged me to keep doing what I do every day and not to give up. And some other people. It's from these books right here. I'll just pick the first one I come to. The next page. here with born with no arms and no legs, and as he says, no arms, no legs, no worries. And, you know, and I think if we had no arms and no legs, we'd be a little worried, wouldn't we? But okay.
I gotta know the blooper.
Well, I'm like, oh, crap. Alright, so we start again.
So as inspired you, yeah.
So now what? We have to start again.
Yeah.
Mom, Annie said she had to go pee. Oh, Annie said she had to go pee, so that's good because I don't want to hurt her open up the door and let her go in.
Okay. Next time you leave your hands off there.
Let Annie do it. I'm cold anyway.
So do you need to go pee?
Annie said she
I
did.
actually need to go pee too, but I'm trying to get done. You guys
You should make a move with that, dear.